Good morning, everyone. I have a message for you. And I received this message while I was meditating. And the message was that yesterday is gone. And today is a new day for you. The start of a new beginning in your life. And all of our pains and sorrows that we've had faced yesterday are gone. And while I was meditating, I also had received a song, and that song, I couldn't remember like the first part of it, but all I could think about was something is gone with the wind. So I had to look it up because I really didn't know what that first part was. I kept thinking it was yesterday's gone with the wind, and I looked it up, and to my surprise, it actually is called Tuesday is gone, and Tuesday is gone with the wind. And it was so shocking to me because today is actually Wednesday, and today is also Lent day, and it almost got me emotional because yesterday I had a pretty rough day emotionally. There was a moment I had with myself sorry. There was a moment I had with myself where I went to go wash my hands, and I looked up into the mirror and I stared at myself for a little bit, and tears just started rolling. And I really didn't feel sad, but it was almost like I was seeing the inner child in me, and it was almost like I was telling her that we made it through all of our struggles, and sorry, and that and all of our worries, all of our fears, all of our it was such a happy moment for me. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I wasn't crying of sadness. Like I said, I was more so crying because I couldn't believe that I had made it through. I'm sure that we all have gone through moments of pain and maybe grief, and moments where we were worrying about stuff and we were hurting, and moments where we had to really be strong and push through that hard time, that hard moment. And I just want to say that if you're here watching this video, you made it. You have gotten through your hardest days, and that's not to say that there won't be any more, because I can't promise you that. But life brings us things, and sometimes all you can do is be strong, and it's you pretty much have two choices. You either give up or you keep going. And in order for you to keep going, you need to have that positive attitude that things will get better. And if you're here watching this, things did get better. They might not be perfect right now. There might be things that we still need to work on, and we still need to grow into, and but you made it. And for I'm so sorry, and for that I'm so proud of you. And I'm sorry also if you had to go through some really rough times, but I just want to say you're not alone. If you don't have people in your life that are there supporting you or helping you, or I just want to say that you have me at least, and you can always reach out to me if you need to. You can either leave me a comment, let me know how you're doing, and I will try my best to respond, or you can email me, or you can connect with me. You're connecting with me right now. So yeah, that song um, I had to actually look up the meaning because I had heard that song before. It's called Tuesday's Gone by Lynyrd Skynyrd, and they have some really good music. I actually really like them, but yeah, that song, I haven't heard it in so long, but for some reason it popped up in my mind while I was meditating, and it was so like, wow, this is so fitting because it's yesterday was Tuesday, and you know, while I was looking at myself in that mirror, I could see my inner child, and it was almost like I was washing away those all of those negative energies that, you know, that I had when I was younger. And you don't necessarily have to see it as like younger you when you were like 5, but younger you was also yesterday. You know, younger you was also a week ago, you know, because you were a week younger. So it was almost like I was reassuring myself, my younger self, my inner child, my literal inner child, you know, when I was maybe 5 or whatever, but maybe 13, whatever you want to apply it to. I would say that it was almost like I was parenting myself, and I was telling her like, it's okay, you made it, you're doing fine, you did well, I'm so proud of you. And it was like I was crying away all that. It was like a release of tension that I had built up in my body, you know. And I would say that if you feel comfortable doing this, I would say to do the same. I would say look at yourself in the mirror and try to see the inner child in you, and try to speak to it, you know, tell it that you are proud of them and that you've made it to this day, and that everything is okay. Everything is gonna be okay. And you know, if you start crying, release that, let it go, you know, try to cry it out, and not of sadness, you know. If I'm being honest, there was a part of me that was a little bit sad, and not because like it was a bad thing that I was crying, but it was because I was also losing a part of myself that I had been holding on to for so long. And it felt very it just felt like a very heavy weight on me, you know, something that I had been holding on for so long that I didn't know how heavy it was weighing down on me. But even if it was a negative thing, it was a part of me for those years. And you know, but sometimes grieving is really good for you, because you're letting go of something, you know, you're letting go of pain. And you know, and I think that like you can love those parts of you, you can love that negative part of you, and because you're grieving it, you obviously loved it so much too, you know, you have compassion for that part of you, that you have understanding, and you have love for that part of you, even if it was a negative part of you. And if you had to go through that, you know, I think that that's also going to serve you in the future, because now you're going into this new chapter, this new beginning, with less weight, and more energy, to give to the good things that are coming for you, more energy to put into the things that you love, that are going to love you back, things that you know, your goals and your dreams, things that are going to fulfill you within. And I would say, like, today is a perfect day. Even if you're not religious, I would think about something that you can let go of today, for at least 40 days, and see how that can maybe it could really benefit you, you know, whether that's if, you know, whatever is taking up too much of your energy, too much of your time, that's not serving you, I would say give that up for 40 days, and then see if you really needed it after that. I am not necessarily religious, but I I believe and I feel like there's a lot of validation, a lot of valuable lessons to learn from anything. So for me, I am also giving up something, and or rather some things, and I have full faith that they are going to work out for me, because I don't feel like it's doing me so well now. So I can only imagine like how beneficial it would be for me giving that up. And yeah, that was what I had what I was meditating on today. But yeah. Happy Wednesday, happy new day of your new chapter. We're coming into this new chapter with all the lessons we've learned, and all the wisdom we've learned. And you know, it's not like we were born today. You know, we learned and unlearned things, and today is just a new beginning for you. And I'm very excited for you, for all of us watching. And yeah, so I'm gonna pull a oracle card, and we'll see what our spirit guides have to say. So let's see. You know what's funny? I have a daughter, so I actually had to go to a conference today, a parent-teacher conference today, to see her report card. And it's actually making me think about that, because it's almost like if like how we're kind of going through the same thing. Like today we're being given the report card of how we have been doing in the past years, months, whatever, and we're seeing like the progress, and you know, seeing what we need to work on for this next season, the next season of our lives, seeing what needs improvement, seeing what we're thriving on. And I think that's great. It's almost like it's a spirit guides, God, and you conference. So yeah, that's really cool to think about. Okay, so I have a card that popped up, and that's the moth and eucalyptus. An ending. So for me, when I think about moths, is honestly, moths, like, a lot of people don't like them for some reason, because they're probably like ugly to some people, but I actually really love them. There is a beauty that they hold when you look at them close up, and I also feel like they're a great indicator of like if there's something wrong in your home. I believe that they if you see one in your house, there might be like some sort of like moisture problem, or like mold or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that moths also come around when there's an issue, you know, that needs to be fixed. And it's such a great, like, it's such a cool way to like of nature to letting you know like that something's not okay in your home, from what I can remember the meaning of moths and their purpose. I'm sure they have other purposes, but in my opinion, I just feel like that's what popped up. And so and like I said, like with the report card thing, a moth can be that report card, you know, where it's telling you where there's an issue, if there's an issue in your inner self, in your spirit, in your mind, in your home, anything, in life in general. And I really like that, because it's paired with eucalyptus. And eucalyptus, well, for me, I've used eucalyptus oil whenever my my daughter is sick. I turn on the humidifier and I put a little bit of eucalyptus drops in the humidifier, and it really clears out, like, you know, all the, you know, the bad, like all the virus or whatever it could be inside her, you know, breathing and like the lungs and all that stuff, the nasal passages and throat and all that. And it made me think that like eucalyptus is a way of coming in to cleanse that part of you, just like kind of like the moth is coming to let you know what's wrong, and the eucalyptus is coming to is being shown to us to cleanse that out. You know, it's like two things, like this is the issue, and then here is how you're gonna get rid of it, right? So it's awesome. I love this card, and because it says ending at the bottom, maybe you can see that. Ending, it's such a nice card. Ending and ending. And what was I saying? Yesterday's gone. Tuesday's gone, right? Tuesday's gone with the wind. It's the ending of your struggles. Not forever, but the hard times are over. The worries, the fears, the you know, the pain, you know, that you were going through in the past years, and that your inner child feeling like it needed to fight and, you know, be on guard and not able to put its armor down. I think it's the ending of that. You no longer need to have that armor up anymore. You can take off your armor, and with the wisdom and the lessons that you've learned in the past that got you here, you can reapply those to any future things that may come up, any future issues, any future problems, any future pain, anything that you might not be able to anything that you might feel like you can't get through. Use those, because if you got through the past years of your life, you can get through the rest of this life. And but you know, there's still going to be moments in life that are going to be hard, you know, but you got this. You made it this far. You can get through anything else. And yeah, so I'm gonna read from the book exactly what this means. And these are new cards, so I think I've used them like maybe 3 times. So let me see what this card is. Let me look it up. Okay, so meaning, an ending. The moth and eucalyptus is at number 13 for a reason. It mirrors the meaning of the death card in a traditional tarot deck. The death card rarely indicates literal death, but rather marks an ending of some kind and provides us with the knowledge and power to let go. The moth shown here is the death's head hawk moth, named for the unique skull-like marking on its back. The death's head is nocturnal, and like all moths, it flies towards the light. Eucalyptus is a symbol of protection, as the oil from this plant can be used to guard against and soothe a variety of ailments. The upright meaning for this card is an ending is imminent. This could mean the end of a relationship, a hobby or interest, a job, or any number of other things. While endings sometimes mark loss, they don't always, and even if we do experience grief, we have the power to emerge from it with a better understanding of ourselves. And that's actually like what I was just talking about, the grief. You know, there is a part of ourselves that we are grieving, you know, but it's the part of ourselves that kept us stuck, that kept us from wanting to go after our goals and dreams and live life more peacefully. And so those parts, while they were not serving us, we may cry for them because they were a part of us for so long. They were a part of our being, of who we were. And but it's time to let that part of yourself go. It's time to grieve it. And it's very important that you do, because you're gonna need to make that space for the new things that are coming. You're gonna need that new energy, that energy that you had been wasting. You're gonna need it for the new things that are coming, for the new job, for the new relationship, for the new love, for the new people, for the new dreams, for the new goals, for yourself. And so it's very important, and I would suggest that you do this. You don't necessarily have to look at yourself in the mirror, but I would look at yourself in the mirror and look at that inner self, that your inner self, that younger self, your inner child. And I promise you, you're gonna feel so relieved. I wish the best for you in your next chapter. Take care.